lovers, and welcome to the Liberty Mike podcast, broadcasting from an undisclosed location in the heart of Dixie. I am Michael, and I am here with Liberty Larry.
How's it going?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah, good.
Better now.
Yes. I'm pretty sure that you've said on the podcast many times that you don't get sick.
I really don't. But if you consider what I was last week sick, okay. But
okay. Actually, his excuse is always, well, I'm not sick. It's just allergies. I can't breathe. I can't speak. I can't get up out of bed. But it's just allergies. I'm not sick. Like,
exactly.
Okay. Like, you have a lot of allergy problems, though.
Yeah, well, last week was pretty bad. I called my mom on her birthday just to wish her happy birthday and whatever. And as soon as I started talking, she was like, "What is wrong with you? You need to go to bed." Yeah. I'm like, "Oh," I was like, "I don't feel that bad." But I sound bad.
Yeah, you sounded bad when you called me.
Yeah.
And that was Friday. It was like a couple hours before we were supposed to record.
Yeah.
And I was like, you keep that out of my house.
Yeah, well, which was the reason I called.
Yeah.
Because truth be told, like, I would have recorded a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I would have sounded horrible. I don't think I sound great right now, but I'm having ear problems. So I don't know how much of that's, like, my perception and how much of it is, like, still, like, a problem.
Yeah, you don't sound normal.
Yeah, so I'm still off.
Yeah.
Right.
So Friday I came home and just like one thing happened after another in the house, and so I ended up just like doing one thing after another, and then I was like, I'm not recording now.
Yeah.
And then Saturday I had a weird date, and I didn't feel like recording after that particularly. And then Sunday I just didn't feel well, and this is where I started to blame you, because there was a point at which like I didn't get enough sleep. I think was the main problem, and I'm not ordering pizza anymore. I've decided, like, I'm never doing this again.
Not work.
If I'm ever gonna have pizza, I may as well just like run around the store to the retail store that's practically across the street from me and buy a frozen one.
Yeah, because that's the equivalent of what you end up with when you order it.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be better. It's less expensive, and it doesn't take any longer, really. And I don't know. I think part of the reason I wasn't feeling well because of that pizza, though.
Yeah.
And then I only got like 4 hours of sleep, and not all at once. And but I was sitting at the computer, and I'm like, man, I am so cold.
Yeah.
Damn it, Gary. Because like you said, you started feeling sick on Wednesday, and we'd gone out Tuesday night.
Yeah, it was actually Tuesday night after we got home that night.
Yeah.
I started, like, I woke up in the middle of the night with my ear just, like, throbbing. Yeah, like, and I've still got fluid, like I was saying. It's not good.
Well, I was sitting at the computer, and I was like, man, I am so cold. Why am I so cold? I was like, Gary made me sick.
You got to have somebody to blame, right?
Yeah, but actually, I got up to turn the temperature up in my house, because it was like 30 degrees that day.
Yeah.
And my heater wasn't working. That's why I was so cold, is because it was like...
So I didn't make you sick.
It was like 58 degrees in my house.
Yeah, that'll make you think it's cold.
Yeah. And it's not supposed to be 58 degrees in my house. That's like almost 10 degrees colder than what I set it when I'm like up and moving around.
Yeah.
So then I had to figure that out, which it turned out to be a thermostat issue, and I fixed it, and the heat eventually came back on, but like that deterred me from recording again that day. So I like gave up on the whole thing.
And so it's Wednesday, and here we are.
Yeah. So bonus episode, you get like 2 days to consume it before we record again.
Yeah, that's the plan at least.
Yeah. Let's hope.
Yeah.
We're only going to talk about one thing, really, I think, this time, because we didn't get a chance to, and it's, the news cycle's passed on.
The news cycle moves so fast.
And we can talk about Iran on Friday. We could talk about Epstein, although I really don't see the point.
Yeah, I think that we may spend a little time on it, but not like a lot. I think there's a few things to talk about there.
Okay. Well, you can decide on those things. I'm
right.
just not interested in this like kind of salacious material that's still unconfirmed and doesn't really mean anything as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But But we need to talk about the second shooting in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Now this one wasn't ICE. It was Customs and Border Patrol.
Yeah.
Like, since they're not defending against the Canadians coming down like they should be.
All right.
Don't know why they're in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, this one was bad.
I thought so. And honestly, just about everybody I've talked to has thought so. I haven't met very many people in real life that are trying to defend this. Now, I've seen people on TV defending it and people on the internet defending it, but actual like people that I know or talk to, I haven't met anybody that's coming down on the side of the border and customs guy.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to claim that this ICU nurse for the Veterans Affairs or Veterans Administration is a terrorist.
Yeah.
That's
which is dangerous because if he's a terrorist, then we all are.
Well,
I mean, but we are.
Yeah, like both sides does this. I remember interested parents were terrorists during the
COVID.
Yeah. During the Biden administration. So it's a word that you use to excuse whatever you do to that person.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it is. It's a way to deflect blame. And justify whatever actions have been taken. Now, in this case, Preddy, guy's name.
Yeah.
The first antagonistic interaction that I saw was ICE pepper spraying him while he was trying to help a woman up that they had pushed down.
Yeah.
Now, you said you saw some earlier video.
Yeah. So, earlier, man, I'm sorry. Earlier before that, he had God, it's been like over a week since I saw the video now. But
I remember what you told me. If you
yeah, no, he I guess he was out in the street and they had like moved him back onto the sidewalk, and like the whole time he's like video camera or he's got his phone like videotaping them, and they basically just like walked him back to the sidewalk area.
Yeah.
And
he complied.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and he didn't have. I mean, there was no force used on either direction in the video I saw prior to that.
Yeah, and no matter how many times they say it, the truth is that you have every right to record officers in their duties.
Yeah.
Every right.
Oh yeah.
So they don't like it.
No, they do not like it. Man, they don't like it.
But you absolutely can.
Yeah. And you really probably should.
Yeah, exactly. Get that dash cam, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have one. I should get one, but I think everybody should have like a dash cam. I think that's smart.
And, this is another one of those things where like I have seen other people like talking about this, and it's strange to me that people can watch the same video as me and have a very different view of it. Now, like what I saw is that he tries to help this woman up. They pull him away from her, and then they spray him in the face with pepper spray or whatever they have.
Bear spray or whatever they're using.
So, and then they start wrestling him to the ground. And then they have him on his stomach, or at least hands and knees, but on his stomach, really. And one of the ICE agents removes his gun. Well, one of the ICE agents removes their gun, the ICE agent's gun, from the holster. And another ICE agent removes Preddy's gun, which he was carrying legally, from its holster. And then the first ICE agent starts shooting him in the back.
Yeah.
And then, so that guy I blame. Now, the other ICE agents that are fire at him after that, like, I understand. Yeah. Like, you're wrestling with some guy.
Yeah.
And then gunshots start going off.
Yeah.
I can understand why your reaction would be to take a step back, draw your gun, and start shooting too. But that first guy just shot him 3 times in the back
for no
no
reason
reason.
that I can tell. And I watched the video a few times trying to figure out like what because it didn't even really seem like Preddy was being resistant or anything. I mean,
he was, I would say that he was being resistant, but I would say he wasn't being resistant any more than anybody who's just been blinded is going to resist when anybody's trying to fight with them.
So that's the point I was going to get to is like he had just been sprayed. So it's not like you have full control over your body after a situation like that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and it's not like he sprayed himself, like they sprayed him. Like it's, this was all a situation created by the officers as far as I can tell.
Yeah. I mean, he's disoriented. He's being pushed down, like pulled around and pushed down.
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine the self-control it would take to not fight back in that situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blinded, disoriented, and being pushed around.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like, I wouldn't want to be the guy that didn't fight back in that situation, honestly.
Right.
Like, I can't imagine being that passive.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I can figure is that when the one ICE officer removed Preddy's gun, the other ICE officer thought that it was Preddy removing his gun. Yeah. But I still don't think that's an excuse.
I don't either. Because he wasn't blinded by pepper spray.
Exactly.
Like I don't see how you can make the video just looks bad to me. I can't does. Like I watched it quite a few times trying to at least try to understand what happened there. And I just don't see any justification.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean,
it boggles my mind that right wingers in particular are like bending over backwards to try to justify this.
Yeah. Oh, and I want to get to some of the things that they're saying too. I do want to point out that, like, I defended the officer on the Renee Good thing.
Yeah.
And I talked to another former police officer who had been hit by a car.
Yeah.
Who said that he didn't think that he could justify the Renee Good thing, that he didn't think that one was justified.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I can see how after the interactions that they'd had with her and her wife
throughout the day,
setting up this antagonistic relationship and her like spinning the wheel and stepping on the gas, I can see how you could
just
feel,
don't know where she's going to go.
Yeah, exactly. But this one, I can't see it.
No, I'm with you.
Now, unfortunately, I think that this guy will not be prosecuted. It's like, oh gosh, now I can't think of her name. What was the girl that was shot and killed during the January 6th stuff?
I know who I cannot, yeah.
I can't believe I can't remember her name now. But anyway, like, nothing ever happened to that guy. That was certainly not a justified shoot.
Yeah.
She was unarmed. She was well away from him. She didn't present an immediate threat.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they ever even released the officer's name.
Not as far as I know, but that doesn't mean that they did.
That doesn't mean they did.
Yeah, I don't actually know.
I feel like that would have come across my radar.
All right, yeah.
But maybe not. I could be wrong about that. This guy, I think, needs to be prosecuted for murder, though. I just don't see how you can do it. How you can justify the action. And
I'll be interested. I think they're going to end up prosecuting this guy personally. I don't know I don't have anything to gauge that off of other than just a feeling.
Yeah. Well, they should.
Oh yeah.
I don't see a whole lot of accountability in these kind of things.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, I figure best case scenario, they prosecute him, but then he gets like a little slap on the wrists.
Yeah.
Some kind of administrative leave and,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see if he serves jail time.
Yeah. The real issue here, though, is how bad the right-wingers have gotten on just guns in general over this situation.
Yeah, Kristi Noem said she doesn't, quote, know of any peaceful protester that shows up with a gun and ammunition rather than a sign. Now, I thought about going through the effort of like looking up what some of these people that are saying these kind of things, like she's saying there, said during COVID when all the right wingers were showing up at the Michigan State Capitol with their like open carrying,
yeah,
like going into the Capitol building, carrying their rifles and so forth.
Yeah.
I don't remember any right wingers saying that that's inappropriate then.
Nope.
What about Kyle Rittenhouse?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
they are all defending Kyle Rittenhouse being out there at the protest, as a counter protest.
As a counter, yeah, exactly. The argument that has right wingers, I've heard right wingers make as far as Rittenhouse is concerned, is that, well, he was there to protect property. Like he went there on the mission to protect property. It's like, doesn't matter, man. All of this is irrelevant.
You could make the case that Preddy went to protest to protect people, which is more important.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely, disagree with it, but there's an argument there.
Yeah.
I mean, there is an argument there. So yeah, the bottom line is you have a right to carry a gun.
Yeah.
In public places, pretty well, as long as it's not posted anywhere.
The purpose of the Second Amendment is literally to threaten government.
Yeah. Yeah. And right wingers will make that argument all the time.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, it's it's a left wing guy this time, so we have to change our principles.
It's because there is no principle. It's about tribe, not principle.
Yeah.
It's about my side being right. It doesn't have anything to do with principle. They don't have any principles.
Exactly. And that's the problem right there.
Their principle is our side will win.
Yeah.
That's it.
I want my side to do better than your side. Mm-hmm. And as a libertarian, it's really hard to watch. And as somebody that's a little more sympathetic to the right than the left.
Yeah.
But none of that should matter in this. Like, right is right, wrong is wrong, and it just is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, you got to call them how you see them.
Yeah, that's one of those phrases that I hate. It is what it is. It's a completely meaningless phrase. Sorry.
But you got to call them like you see them, and this is it's irritating to watch the right get this so wrong.
Yeah, he did it the right way. He had a legal right to carry a concealed weapon. He never drew it, used it. I mean, that's actually the danger that you can claim about carrying a weapon, is that if you have it, you're more likely to use it. Like, you know, that it becomes
to make a bad call or bad decision. You know,
it becomes your safety blanket
because it's hard in the heat of the moment to make those decisions.
It is. But I can't think of you absolutely should be armed at a protest.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have the legal right to carry, then and I don't think that there should be any restriction on that either. But, but just for the sake of argument, if you have the legal right to carry a firearm, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that should prevent you from carrying it at a protest.
Yeah, yeah.
And in fact, I think that that's probably the place where it's most important that you have something to protect yourself. Yeah. Because situations can get out of hand.
Because things get out of hand all the time in those situations.
Yeah. Now, at the same time, I will stick with my argument with Renee Good that, there is a risk in this. Yeah. And obviously, there is a risk in this. You got to calculate that. But the idea that the right wing particularly is arguing against the Second Amendment in this case is just kind of unreal. Yeah. And and here's another thing too, is like the whole idea of needing a permit to protest. Approved protests in certain areas where you're allowed to protest and so forth. Like, that's a complete affront to the First Amendment anyway. Yeah. Like, if you need permission, then you've already violated the First Amendment. Yeah. If I can't just go protest where I want, and again, there's consequences. It's like what I used to say about flag burning, right? Like, if I should have every right to burn a flag. That's my own.
As long as you own it. Yeah.
I should be able to dispose of my own property however I please. Now, if I go stand in front of a group of Marines and burn a flag, like I have every right to do that.
Yeah.
But chances are I'm going to get my ass kicked.
That comes at a price.
Yeah. Chances are I won't get shot though.
Yeah, probably not. But you'll get get beat. Yeah.
Yeah. They'll teach me not to do that in front of them again.
Exactly.
But the idea that you would have to have permission to protest is just unreal. And now, if you're going to go stand in the middle of an interstate and so forth,
that comes with consequences too.
Exactly. Like
don't,
there's a risk
don't come
there.
complaining when that semi plows you through.
Yeah.
But
you have every right to do it.
Yeah.
It's just not very smart.
Yeah. Exactly.
And maybe that's the case that could be made about carrying the gun, but like I think that there's the flip side of that also makes it smart to carry the gun.
Yeah.
Because these situations can get out of hand, because you might need personal protection. And you know if you're there to protest, the police are not going to protect you.
No, exactly. That's we've been through that enough times.
Yeah. Now, I taking a step back a little bit from the particular incident. Like I'm looking at all this and I'm thinking about the George Floyd stuff and I keep thinking, what is wrong with Minnesota? Like there's some kind of rot in Minnesota, which is not the place that I would expect to find it.
Yeah.
But there's something going wrong in that state.
Yeah. I mean, from every aspect between all of these incidences this week, the fraud that's going on.
Yeah.
Like it's just.
And they keep electing these politicians. And so like we're making the federalism argument and I stick by it.
Yeah.
Like if they're not happy with how this is, then they can elect new leaders.
Yeah.
And it was pointed out to me, I think my mom pointed out to me that whoever carries Minneapolis-St. Paul carries Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But also all these incidents are happening in Minneapolis-St. Paul, not in rural Minnesota.
The argument
like
was,
you're also a little insulated from all these events, even if you didn't get your way. Like all the bad stuff that's happening is happening in that the dual city, area, not out in the country.
Well, and that was the argument that was made to me by somebody was that the reason Trump is focused on this as far as removing the illegals from Minnesota is because he seems the argument was that they're going to influence that election and throw it to the Democrats, and that this by trying to remove all these illegals that'll remedy that problem. I
don't think it makes a difference in the outcome.
I don't think so either. And I go back to what I said on one of the other podcasts is like if just like you were saying, if they keep electing these politicians with this sanctuary city policy, then just let them have it. Like I don't see sending ICE in and trying to do all of this. I don't think there's a win there anywhere.
To relate it to something else, it's like when I argue against tariffs on China.
Yeah.
Oh, well, China's subsidizing their industries so that they can undercut the prices for what we can produce in the United States and so forth. I'm like, yeah, that's costing all their citizens money.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not costing us anything.
In fact, it's it's impoverishing their own people to make us wealthier.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if they want to do that to themselves, let them.
Yeah. And it's the same way here in Minnesota. Like, if they want to create this problem for themselves, there's no reason we're not going to win by sending ICE in and trying to fix this problem for them.
Yeah.
Because clearly that's not what they want anyway.
Yeah, they're out there fighting in the streets over it.
Exactly.
2 people have died. They're still out there fighting in
and
the
they're
streets.
still out there, yeah. Or I guess they're not now. Trump did pull back ICE out of there.
Yeah.
So he ended up...
that was the smart moves. Like when Reagan left Lebanon after the bombing of the military barracks,
Yeah.
Like, why are we here?
Yeah, exactly.
We're actually creating more violence than we're solving. We may as well just pack up and leave.
Exactly.
And that's the right play, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he should have been there in the first place.
Well, yeah.
But
given that,
yeah.
stepping back is,
And maybe the thought process was that they wouldn't get the pushback that they got, but once it's kind of happened, it's like,
yeah.
I mean, ICE could not move around and do what they needed to do efficiently, so why would you continue to try to fight this?
Yeah. Why fight all the people on the ground?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It is encouraging for those of us that are opposed to government action generally.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if there's enough of us out there, apparently,
Make an
even
impact.
even if they're well armed, we may lose a few. But oh gosh, that reminds me. Did you see Breaking Bad?
I did not. I have not watched it. That's one I need to add to the list.
There's a guy. Gosh, now I can't think of his name. But he's a prominent character, and he made some comment at some. I think it was at some film thing. I wish I knew more about the background, but he made some comment about like encouraging. He's not the only one Hollywood elite that's been doing this, like encouraging people to get out there and risk their.
I've heard this
risk
over
themselves
and, over.
and so
There's
forth.
a lot of them though.
And he like went so far as to talking about overthrowing the government and if we did this all over, like people like Putin and Trump and the Ayatollah or whatever, I can't remember who all he named. He's like, if we just get out there, like we can overthrow this. We can, they may kill 50 or 500 million of us, but they can't kill us all. And whoever's left, those of us that are left over will have a new world to live in. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, are you getting out there in the street, man?
You're right. Exactly. Of course not.
I don't see you out there in the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're in Cannes or wherever.
Right.
Man, that's some irresponsibility there. And like anybody that's listening to him and is like, yeah, man, I need to go put my body on the line for this.
It's a losing proposition, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel that strongly about it, I get it. I understand, willingness to sacrifice to achieve something greater.
Yeah.
I think that's a virtue.
I agree.
But I wouldn't do it because that guy said so.
No, and I just don't think fighting ICE is the hill I want to die on.
Yeah,
like
I can think of better hills.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, more important hills than that. Well, I mean, it's to me, the main thing is that I feel like this has gone the wrong way. Like what we expected of Trump, which I know you were in favor of, I was opposed to in the first place.
Yeah.
Of like shutting the border and preventing immigration and so forth.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, something that I can get behind is deporting criminals, like people that get caught up in the legal system in the U.S. that aren't here legally. Like I completely understand deporting those people.
Yeah.
But going and seeking it out is always creates conflict that's unnecessary.
Yeah, he's just the way he's just like everything Trump has done so far. He's just implemented it horribly, and this is just a prime example of that. Like if he won, the way to have done this was to start in the states that were cooperative. Like go to Texas, go to Alabama, the places where like there are illegals, and the state is okay with you having come in and try to find them and send them back.
Yeah.
Don't focus on the places like the sanctuary cities and the stuff like that where you're going to get resistance.
Yeah. Well, apparently this approach has resulted in Texas losing one of their Republican Senate seats to a Democrat.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
There was like a 30-point leftward swing.
Really?
Since Trump's election.
Wow.
Yeah. So he's not getting people on his side.
No. But
the people that were on his side are apparently switching sides.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be some of that because he's just, I mean, the whole administration's just been.
Because he's a bull in a china shop.
Yeah. He's
He's reckless.
Well, and reckless for no reason. Like there's no, I don't know, just the way all of his policies are is it's just like gonna go my way or the highway. This is how we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be the best ever. It's all this like bluster for no reason. Like you don't have a reason to be proud of what you've done. You haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
Like it's that type of attitude to me. Which is a shame because I felt like he had a really good mandate going in to really do some of these things well, and he hasn't done it.
Yeah. He doesn't understand the system. He doesn't understand the limitations of his power. He went into this executive position as if he was an executive of a company.
Yeah, and can just push all the buttons and move all the strings and everybody else be damned.
Yeah.
And that's just not how politics work.
And he's trying to do it anyway, and he's actually being kind of successful at just making whatever he wants to happen, but it's messy. Yeah. And like the people that are still so confident in him that he's getting exactly what he wants. He's seeing down the road. He's playing the 4D chess.
4D
blah,
chess,
blah, blah.
Yeah.
I don't get it. To me, it's like he's playing bullet chess with takebacks.
Yeah.
And he's just shooting from the hip. That's all. If I'm going to mix my metaphors here.
Yeah.
He's just shooting from the hip. He's like, okay, well, let's try this. Well, that didn't work. Let's try this.
Well, and so oftentimes it's, let's try this. Oh, the market's tanked. Let's pull that back.
Yeah.
Undo. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. To the point that the markets are reacting weird anyway because they know it's going to pull back anyway. It's just insanity.
Yeah. But silver and gold are worth a lot.
Well, they reset, so
they're still worth a lot.
Not as much as they were a few days ago.
Yeah, but gold's still at like 5,000.
It's still at 5,000, yeah. And silver's still at 80, and that's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, your Bitcoin's down under 80.
Yeah, Bitcoin's dropping, and I suspect it's going to continue a little further.
Yep. If it continues a little further, I might start buying some.
It may.
Just little bits, not a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not investing in it. I'm just going to,
I'm
$50 worth of Bitcoin
either.
at a time, that kind of thing. May as well give myself another outlet.
Be well-rounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just, it's a shame that we didn't hit this while it was still, actually, even Friday, it wasn't really in the news anymore.
Yeah. The cycle moves so quick because there's so many things going on.
Yeah. Because there's outrage everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I did think that it was important for us to talk about, mostly just because of the hypocrisy of the right on this.
Well, the right has been so bad. And like I say, it doesn't seem the people I talk to are pretty well on the level with this. Mm-hmm. It's mainly been the internet personalities, the TV personalities that are just like, and the people in Trump's administration, that are bad here.
Yeah,
but I don't want to see the right wing become anti-gun because a left because a
left winger carried a gun.
Well, because left wingers start carrying guns.
Yeah,
like all of a sudden, I don't want to see the parties flip here.
Well, the insane thing is that is probably exactly what would happen.
Yeah,
if left wingers started consistently carrying guns, the right would be against it.
Yeah. Exactly. And I don't want to see that. I would much rather see both parties be pro-gun than it flip. But
I don't think that's going to happen though, because there's so many left wingers that are like literally afraid.
Yeah, that can't be in the same room as a gun.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and I think you're right about that. But this illustrates like if that swap ever happened, exactly how it would go down.
Yeah.
And it just, the people in the, like Kash Patel, the stuff he said, like all of these guys, it's just disgusting. Because Kash Patel had some kind of quote, I didn't write it down, but talking about you don't have a same thing that Noam said. You don't have a right to take a gun to a protest.
Yeah.
It was along those lines.
It's like, yes, you do.
Like you, yeah, and
Absolutely do. You weren't saying that when the Michigan guys were out there at the Capitol.
Well, no, but
during COVID.
But it's bad because this is the head of the FBI.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, we can't have that guy making these type of statements.
Well, it just comes down again to the whole thing about the myth of the rule of law.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you look at the Second Amendment and say, oh, but like that doesn't mean that you can't have any restrictions on guns.
Yeah, no, it's very clear.
Yeah,
very
it
clear.
does. Where do you get that you can? I don't
Well,
understand.
exactly. Like it's yeah.
The right to bear arms shall not be infringed.
Yeah, it's right there in the words.
It's like, yeah.
Well,
that was a long time ago. Those words meant different things back then.
Apparently.
Like, yeah.
No, and that's one I hate it hearing people say, well, according to the Constitution. It's like, man, like we are so far from the Constitution. Yeah. It's just like, and I think it's sad. Like,
yes, please, let's work according to the Constitution.
Yeah, but we don't like that's not a thing at all.
Only when it says what you want it to.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a proof that the piece of paper can't really restrict government. It doesn't matter how explicit it is about the limitations of power.
Yeah.
Power can't be limited.
Yeah, exactly.
It continues to grow and accumulate. There's apparently nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, because if the Constitution wasn't able to tie this government down, like you're not going to write a better version of it to do it better next time.
Yeah. Well, there's the Lysander Spooner quote that I like so much, and I don't remember it exactly, so I'm going to paraphrase here. Yeah. But he said, either the Constitution permitted the government that we have now or was unable to prevent it, and either way it's failed.
Yeah, it's failed either way.
And he wrote that 150 years ago, by the way.
And we're way further away now than we were then.
Yeah.
So, no, but I mean, the truth is like the people have let this happen. Like a complacent populace has created this.
It's amazing what wealth will do.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that's what it is. You can talk about poverty in this country, but poverty in this country is incomparable to poverty in a lot of places in the world.
Yeah.
Like what we have is not the best standard of living for some people in this country.
Yeah.
It's not real poverty.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, but the vast majority of people in this country, this is changing.
Yeah.
Because of monetary mismanagement.
Yeah.
Fiscal irresponsibility, et cetera. But still the vast majority of people in this country are very comfortable.
Yeah.
And, I guess you don't really want to rock the boat when you feel like the tide's still rising or whatever, to mix some metaphors again.
All right.
So. Well, I think that I just wanted to get something out there. I mean, we're actually longer than I thought that we would go just talking about this. Yeah. And the plan is to do another podcast in a couple of days anyway. So let's cut it off here so that maybe people will finish this one before we publish the next one.
All right. It won't get stacked up on them.
Notice I said publish. I'm so annoyed by the word drop.
Oh, try.
Yeah. When the podcast drops. Oh,
don't worry. We'll drop another episode later this week.
Yeah. So anyway, when we publish in a couple of days.
All right.
All right. So we'll wrap up. We weren't here last week, but we'll be here twice this week.
Yep.
So enjoy that. And you can always follow on Facebook. You can subscribe on iTunes, YouTube, and or Podbean. Like and share. You can email me at michael@thelibertymike.com. That's our website, by the way, thelibertymike.com, where you can find all of our stuff. And we'll be back in a couple of days when we finally get this right. And in the meantime, try to stay free.
Life short, live free.
Ciao.
Later.